This is Clyde's last week with us, in case you hadn't noticed. But Clyde, before you leave us, we want to send you off right. We want to continue to do that. And Tanya's here now to share with us how you have affected our community.
Well, you know, whether or not you know it, he has made a big difference in this community. Not only did you deliver the news for us, of course you did that beautifully every night, but you changed people's lives and some laws along the way.
I knew there was only one guy missing from our team.
24 years ago, this very 1990s-looking promo hit the air, welcoming Clyde Gray to our station.
He's a newsman's newsman.
From the beginning, it was clear that this man wasn't just a pretty face.
Clyde's the whole package.
Former WCPO news director Stuart Zanger.
He's a good communicator, he's a good writer, he's a good reporter, and a good man.
Clyde covered stories not just from behind the anchor desk, but out in the field.
But everyone we spoke with says the vote on war with Iraq was different. This one was mostly a vote of conscience.
His first big assignment, covering the first war in Iraq.
We went to Washington, D.C., and as always, Clyde did his research. Clyde came prepared. We were standing in Congressman Lee Hamilton's office doing the interview, and the buzzer went off for a vote down on the House floor. Clyde wasn't finished. He had more questions to ask. And so we continued the interview, walking down the hall, in the elevator, and all the way on the subway underneath to the House of Representatives until the doors opened and the Congressman had to leave.
Holding people accountable is one of the things Clyde does best.
What we uncovered was a huge national industry that's rebuilding millions of wrecks to look like new.
He worked on the I-Team for many years, and this investigation revealed the safety problems of rebuilt wrecks.
That story, the rebuilt wreck story, changed the law in Ohio, changed the way the state keeps the titles so that people will know the history of a car.
Washington thrives on money and power, and everyone here knows the Japanese have plenty of both.
Clyde was part of a team that won the prestigious DuPont Award. He also won a National Murrow for Best Newscast, among other honors. But for him, it's not about the awards. It's about doing the best job he can do for Cincinnati.
He's a real professional.
Dr. Odell Owen says one of Clyde's contributions to our community often goes unnoticed.
So many nonprofits have been the beneficiary of Clyde hosting, being the MC, sometimes during the week, sometimes on the weekend on his days off. And when Clyde's there, he gives his all. He's made many events successful just by his appearance and the credibility that he brings to the podium.
And really, we shouldn't play this one down. Most people do not realize that you really broke a color barrier. You were one of the very first African Americans to hold, the position of a main anchor on a television news station, and that's something that we should also tout. You paved the way for lots of other folks.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. You're looking at me like
maybe we should do
this here, and the cat's got my tongue right at the moment.
Right? You're here till Friday. So
I'm here till Friday.
We'll be celebrating you all week long.
Well, but thank you. I appreciate that. The good Dr. Owens, the good Stuart Zanger, they are really great men, and so to get words of praise and encouragement from them is just really, it really kind of makes my day. It's
and they mean them sincerely, too.
Well, I appreciate that, too. Yeah.